Hi there, everybody. How's things going? It's Friday, the day before classes. Woohoo! Yay! Yeah, we say yay. We love it, but we're a bit busy. And that's all thanks to you guys anyway. We're really excited to have it, and we've got some fantastic little projects we're going to be doing, so looking forward to that. But for now, let's make a start and have a look at tile number 350. Can I just say thank you to Michelle as well? She did a PDF of all the tiles on YouTube, and she's put like a little picture and the number next to each one. And I just think it's a lot easier if you look at that. So thank you, Michelle. You can sort of see which one's which I thought was really good. There is one missing, which is number 219. For some reason, I don't know where that went, but at some point I will actually redo that one. And I think everything else is in there. So yeah, let's get on with this one, shall we? What have I got then? Regular tile. I've got that lovely grey colour. And I'm going to start the front, as we always do. It's all written up on the back, ready. I've done no inking today, nothing special in that sense. So yeah, Shelley, you wait until you see Christmas close. Oh, I don't want to say anymore, but I'm so excited. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm going to put ever so lightly, I'm going to put a little line in. And I'm going to go across here and put another one in, so I've got a bit of a guide. And in the middle there, I'm going to actually, being that I've got this here, I'm going to put one of those hole punches there in the middle, and I'm going to come straight in with a pen to do that. Might as well, because it's going to go there, so that's fine. You can do that by hand. Don't worry about it if you haven't got anything to draw with. Not a problem. Okay, so the next one, first thing I want to do, come in with pencil, and I'm going to put myself 2 little marks. So one there, one there. Okay, let's have a little look at that. Okay, so that's that one. I'm going to do something similar on this side, just sort of, give me a bit of a guide there. I'm not measured or anything. It's just doing it by eye. And one more, look. One by eye. Okay. Alright, so that's that bit done. So, moving on then, backing with a pen. Are we ready for this? I'm going to start here. Now, you can decide whether you think you're more comfortable doing this and coming down or going up. I'll do it both ways and I'll show you what I mean. So I'm going to start coming around my bubble here. And again, you could do it this way if you want. I'm left-handed, remember? So I'm going to go that way. So I'm going to go up. Are you ready? So I'm going to go round the bubble. I'm going to go up with the curve. All right. So I'm going to turn it again. Round the bubble. Up with a curve. Turn it round. Round with a bubble. Up with a curve. Now notice as well, I'm only going to the first mark, not the second. And round the bubble, up to the mark. Okay, so let's have a little look at that. So we've got that. Okay, so I'm going to repeat the process round the bubble, but this time I'm going to go up a little bit higher to that mark. And again. Oh, hello, Pat. It's lovely to have you with us. And everybody else, of course. Can you imagine it? 350 tiles. It's just fantastic, isn't it? The fact we can still keep going and doing all these different designs. So going back to the very first one, how crazy was that? I know. Okay, so we've got this, and I've gone to both little marks now. So again, coming back in with pencil, and I'm going to have a look at this one, and imagine sort of halfway. So I'm looking at this line, imagine about halfway. You don't have to do the marks, but sometimes it's nice to have that little bit of a guide, isn't it? Okay, so what I want to do with this one is I'm going to come along here, but I'd rather do it this way, I think. I'm going to go this way, so along here. I'm going to touch that mark, and then I'm going to go underneath a little bit. Okay. I know, Charlotte, who would have thought it? I know I didn't. Goodness me. So from this one here, not this one, this one. Along. And you know, we've met so many lovely people, and certainly people that we consider friends. You know, you're all friends, and we work so well together, and we do so many things. It's just so much fun, isn't it? What we've done. Okay, so we've got this kind of thing. All right. Oh, Tracy, we won't tell anybody. Okay, so this one now, I've got this point, and I want to join this point to this point. So we can come round this way, or we can come round this way. If you want to, you can go in with a pencil, and you can draw the whole line if you want, you see? And then just draw in those bits that you want. Just like that. See? So if you think that's a little bit easier, so you could go either way, look. Draw the whole thing. Let's do that on all of them. Let's just do it. Makes life so much easier. There we go. And then I'm going to draw in the bits I want to keep. So it's going underneath the first. And along there. Hey, I don't want to be getting anybody in trouble. But hello. Oh. You have to have a little bit of me time sometimes. There we go. That looks lovely to start with, doesn't it? I mean, we could have actually taken that and sort of done an extra swirl and come round. There's lots of ways you can go off from that one. But I think that's just quite nice to have it wanting more almost. Okay. Oh, hello, Chris. I know that Chris is actually crossed the border and he's in Yorkshire now. So, yeah, you've got to start talking funny and drinking strong tea. Hence, I'm having a quick sip. There we go. Okay, next bit then. All right, let's come on in a little bit bigger. So, let's have a look at this. I'm going to start sort of in this point here. See where it's crossed? See, I don't need that space anymore. Little mark anymore, you see? Looks like it never happened. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up and I'm going to create a bit of a curl. Like that. And then sort of work about part way in here, and I'm going to bring that back down. And then on the other side, let's go up, part curl, and then back down. Okay, creates that little V shape. So if I then come around this bubble and up, and around this bubble and up, and it joins at the top. So then back around the bubble, create a little extra shape on both sides there. There we go. I think I'm going to fill that in with ink. And of course you can bring your 5 in to do this if you want to. Certainly I would if I was using my 02, but I've got my 03 pen out. We go with that. Okay. So then, sort of working on one side, I'm going to bring some lines down and get 3 in that way, and 3 in that way. So I've got that kind of shape. So it's a bit darker down that centre point there. Okay. So let's do another one of those and work along. So here we go again. There's my curl. You see this time, look, it's gone slightly behind the first, and then back down, and then back up. I'm not worried about where these particularly end, or whether they're going to stay in that sort of space or not, doesn't matter. See, that one is going to sneak into that one there, and up there, and then back round, and back round. And again, I'm going to fill that space in, that little area we've just created, and put that ink in there. And then along we go, and I'm going to get 3 in that one. You might find that you get a little less, depending on how large you've drawn your shapes there. See, I'm going to get 2 in there. Well, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Let's have a little look at that. There we go. So I've got 2 sort of coming out. It's really pretty, isn't it? So I'm going to turn to the next one. Remember, we started here at this point. Now, it doesn't have to start at the same, or go in the same direction, or be in exactly the same place. It's just a good sort of pointer as a reference, isn't it? Can you hear them next door? Then we think that they weren't working. They're having fun. It's all business out next door. Good to go. And then back around, look. I'm going to create that shape again. There we go. And then in we go again. Filling it in. Another bit of ink. And same with this one. Filling it in. Okay. And then let's aim. So I'm going to aim for 3, but if I don't get 3, it doesn't matter. There we go. There we go. First one done. So into the next one. So again, I'm going to come from the same point and create a curve again. Then back down. And then another one. And I'm not really going to see it there, maybe just a tad there. And then around. And it's going to sort of sneak a bit there. And then along here, and then again back up to that one. Around we go. Same with that one. And fill it in with ink. There we are. Okay. So then let's add my lines in this side. And then same one this side. That gives us our second little lot there. So same again. Oh, Rose, good question. Sketch with the nail it. Yeah, I don't see why not. We could do that. Absolutely. We could actually do sketchbooks in any of the papers. It's not a problem because we've now got the stock in, so we could do that. So if there's one in particular, or if you want to wait and we'll put some on the website at some point, and it won't be quite now because we've got classes and things this weekend. And of course I'm on Hobby Maker on Tuesday again. Gosh, I'm sorry, I bet you're sick of seeing me. But I think this week it was nice to go on and do some techniques, stencils that you've probably already got, and hopefully it would have encouraged you to get them out the cupboard and give them a go if you've not tried them yet. Certainly the Christmas wreath is particularly beautiful. Okay, and then we go again. Okay, so same again, look, and use that curve. Oh, okay, Rose, that's not a problem. Not a problem. I know you say when we're much quieter, but yeah, it's lovely actually. It's nice to be busy. It certainly is. Must admit though, you know, we've tried to get Dobby into getting some work done. And, we're out for lunch. She's not come back yet. Oh, thank you, Wendy. So, I'll ask Leslie if he's back. If not, where on earth is he? Skiving. He's got all the toilets to clean. He's got upstairs to get the vacuum cleaner out. Sam, anything new? Or maybe. Maybe. I'm sure if you've been watching Hobby Maker, there is a little advert. Not that I show you anything, but yeah, it mentions a little bit there. See, these are really nice to draw when you get going with them. And having that little bit of detail in there really sort of brings them out, doesn't it? Okay, let's wander around here and around this one. Okay, just sort of filling it in with ink there. And then let's go back in and do my 3. Hi, Mum. And again, another one. And down there, and again up. So you sort of get used to this shape as well, and it sort of rolls off the tongue. Now there, I am going to take that one in because all the others have. So there's just a little bit of space there. You can do it, or I can with mine. So it's quite nice to get that little detail in, but only if you can. And again, let's fill that one in there. And that one there. There we go. So then down we come. 1, 2, 3. And then 3 this side. There it is. Okay, that's quite nice, isn't it? How that sort of works its way around. So I'm just going to bring my rubber in. And any of those pencil marks now we can safely get rid of. Don't really need them anymore. Unless yours are really light. I wouldn't worry about rubbing that too much. You don't need them. So let's get rid of them. Okay. So let's have a little look at this sort of space here. The ones that we did these lovely little curves on. And I'm going to sort of imagine, I'm not going to go right here, but maybe just a little bit further up and put a bubble. Let's do that on all of them, because then I think you get the idea of where you're putting them in. It becomes a little bit more consistent, doesn't it? Okay. So then either side, a little loop. Turn it round and put a little loop either side there. And again. Little loops. And either side, a little loop. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3. Now you see how they get smaller? So 1, 2, 3. And again, 1, 2, 3. See how that gets sort of almost to the top there, and something similar, maybe a little bit of a line as well. Look at the bottom, so they're getting smaller. A little line just gives it that little bit of detail, just adds to it. Okay, there we go. Ooh, okay, so far so good. So let's have a look inside this shape here now too. Just gonna have a quick sip of tea, being that Leslie's made it me. And what I'd like to do, I want to come in and put a little swoosh in there. Okay, and then curve it off and fill it in. Let's put a little line in and dot. And the next one, a little curve in there. Curve it off and a dot. And again, from the point there, up and round, curve in, line in and a dot. Next one, round we come, curve it off, fill it in, and put a dot. So just while I'm here, I want to thicken up that line there. Just sort of bring it round a little bit. Same with this one. And this one. And this one. It's definitely going over the top there. Let's have a little look at that. There you go. So sort of around, I'm not going to overdo this. I think it's quite nice as it is, but what I'm going to do is bring a couple of little curves, bumps on the end. Now I need a nice one to sort of extend those. Oh, you could have butterfly wings, they'd be lovely. Let's point it a bit and just shape it off. See? Looks like a little, like a bulrush almost. So you could go up and then you could come down and draw it this way. I'll put a few of those around the place. So you see there, I actually did it, there's my shape from that point. So if I do another one there, it just helps with a bit of consistency. But I'm not trying to repeat and do them the same. But putting them in to start with, and we see how it looks, and you can add more if you feel that you want to. It looks that way, or again you could do the bubble like this and then add the top bit on, whatever works for you. Okay, let's have a little look. See, so it looks a little bit plain, doesn't it, with just a couple. So you could bring a few more in. See, I'm going to go over that one. Put those in. And of course you don't have to do them in black. I know we say this a lot. You could do any colour you like, really. Bring them in. Let's do another one there. Okay, now it looks a bit too uniform. So let's put one in there. Maybe sort of going to there. Could have one. Put one there. Okay, have a look around your tile and see where you think they would look better for you. If you want more or less, but they're really easy to draw. And once you've done a few, they're a little bit addictive. They just sort of roll off the pen. Really easy, these ones. You get the hang of that little bobble on the top there. Okay, see there, just going to break that one up. It looks like they're in synchronised swimming lessons. We don't want that. We want them to be different. Yeah. Okay. So it's just, yeah, I'm going to leave it because otherwise I'm faffing too much and I don't want that. I've just noticed a bit of a pencil line there. Alright, so I'm going to bring a bit of colour in with this one. Choice-wise, lots of choice to go with really, but I'm going to come in with this lovely mid-sea blue. So I'm going to use this one. And then of course my white pencil. And I'm going to have a darker blue, I think. Let's go with, let's have a look. Where's my night sky? Oh, go on, I'll use deep blue. That's fine. So I've got a few to play with there. I'm not going to overdo the colouring because it's quite small. So if I start with my darker colour, you see where this is going underneath this? I'm going to add some there. See, I'm not pressing on too much. Just work it up and a little bit there. So if I do the same all the way around, I think sometimes it's easier to do that because you've already got the colour in your hand. So you don't have to keep switching and stopping and starting. I'm not going to colour all of it. I'm going to use it sparingly and then bring my regular pencil in to do the rest. But if you wanted to just pencil all of it with your regular pencil, then this is where you would put that regular pencil. This is where it's going to be darkest, and you'd blend it out from there. Alright, same at the bottom here. I'm going to bring a little bit in there and work it out and round. So that's sort of my darker blue. I could come back and do another layer, and again I'm going to add a little bit of like a highlight in there. Okay, so now if I bring that mid-sea blue in and go over the top a little bit of the one I've already done and work it round. I'm not going to go over those shapes. You could and then come back in with a gel pen, but I'm not going to do that. There we go. So I'm going to go quite a way around there. I'm just going to go over the top of that a little bit, and in we go. So you see, I might have to bring in a lighter blue as well, so I don't want to go too crazy with lots of colours, but it might need it because I'm at the top there. There's a bit of a gap between there and there, isn't there? Okay, just down there a little bit. And same again. So you're putting that one in there. You know, so it's always good to have sharp pencils. Don't try and do it with the blunt one. You want a nice point on there if you can. And you don't have to sharpen these too much to get a point. Really nice. So again, I'm not pressing on. I'm gonna apply this pencil and then go from there. So if I feel it needs another layer, which it probably will, I can go back in and do another layer. Okay, so we've got that all around. So I'm going to bring that lighter blue in. So I've got a summer sky. And then add it in to that top edge there. That's better, and it'll pull that one in. So there. And just gives it a little bit less of a gap so that we can add a little bit of white in there. Again, not pressing on, so you know, you think, oh, it doesn't look like it's blended. Doesn't matter. It's just a starting point. There we go. And then, of course, bringing in my white there. Look at the difference that makes. And this is my white pencil, not my chalk pencil. A white pencil. So if you aren't using colour at this point, your white chalk pencil could come in here, or you definitely have no graphite on this particular area, as your torchon would have pushed it out by then. Let's have a little look at that. There we go. So let's do another quick layer. And again, I'll go back and I'll do it middle in a minute. See, now it's filling in those little gaps. Still not really putting any pressure on. Just applying the colour. Because it's nice and sharp, you can get into the finer points as we go along. You see that's looking a little bit heavier now as we put that in. And just in that bit there. And up the middle. See, so we're starting to sort of lose the white, well, it's not white, the grey of the paper underneath. And we're not getting any light coming through there anymore. Still got my cup of tea, Les.
You don't want another one?
Yeah, I'll have another one. Hang on. Thank you.
I'll top it up.
She's going to top my cup of tea up. There we go. It's really good at home because I've got a pot now, so I can get 2 cups of tea. So, I want to do that bit. You see how it starts to build up the layers. Oh, Chris, which blues? I've used deep blue. This is mid sea blue. And then I've used summer sky. And I've used the white. It's sort of all those blues. They sort of all mix pretty well together. So, yeah. But again, if you want to take your time and build it up and do 2 or 3 layers, I'm just going to stop at 2. Okay, but again, you see that's working quite well. Like it's good coverage there, which is why I got rid of all the pencil lines before I added any colour. Okay, in with that lighter one. Again, if you are using just coloured pencil and tortillon, don't think that you don't have to go in and add another layer. You can do that too, if you want to. And it gives it a little bit more depth. Or you could use a black pencil and add a little bit more darkness. Or you could come in with your pen and add a little bit more as well. Just all adds to getting the darker and the lighter, and that's the most important thing. That's how it works. Okay, so see we've kept that white, and I'm going to put a bit of white in the middle there to give me that. Okay, so let's get my pencil, regular pencil now. And of course you could come in with colour if you wanted, but I'm going to add my pencil to the tops of those there. And along there. So each time, and remember I'm just looking at the middle bits, not the, that was on the end there, not those little scrolls. Thank you, Leslie.
You're welcome. Afternoon, guys.
Go. Leslie's just putting the class packs together, ready for tomorrow.
It seems to be taking me ages this time. I don't know why.
No, don't know. It's because she's too busy looking at all the lovely things. That's what it is.
I think it's because I've had to cut all the paper this time.
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah. Maybe so. See, softening it out. Get my way up. There we go. Now, you can actually come in with your white chalk pencil, but I think being that I've got my white regular pencil out, I'm going to use that one. It's just sort of on this edge. I'm going to add a little bit of white, sort of in that top point, just nice and lightly because I don't want to be having to blend it in. But it's giving it a little bit of detail there, isn't it? Changing it up a bit. Same on this one. Right, one does one. Oh, I didn't find that one. Look, miss that one. It doesn't need much. Okay. Again, just sort of touch the tops there. A bit of white. It's amazing the difference that makes, isn't it? A little bit in there. And keep sort of wandering around with it. And there we go. See that just works its way around. Oh, not forgetting this one. There it is. So while I'm here, I could maybe I'm just going to add a touch just so it looks like it's, but again you could use your gel pen and come in with that. Okay, just a little bit of pencil just in this section here. Okay. See, part way down, tortillon, soften it off. That's the other one. And the other one. Okay, now we just want to have a look at these little bits, these little scrolls. And again, I'm coming up with my white pencil and I'm going to go down the sides like that. Again, you could use your white chalk pencil for this, but I know we don't particularly sharpen them to a point, so this is probably a bit better. And of course, if you're using a white tile, a very light coloured tile, you might want to use a different colour for this. You just want to identify that that's at the front, whereas the rest sort of in the background there. Okay, let's have a little look at that. There we go. Last little thing there, back in with my pencil, regular pencil, and just along this edge, I'm going to bring in some pencil there. A little bit in there, and then the same again, a little bit along there, over everything that we've done, and in there, and again, along here, and again, along here, just a bit in there, and then again, soften it off. See, I'm not trying to move this too far, just want to give it a little bit of a soften. So I've not really sort of smudged it and blended it to nothing. I've just softened it off, but tried to keep it in the shape it's already got there. And then this one. black pen. Back to my black pen. Oh, a quick sip of tea, being that Leslie's made me another. And let's just go in a little bit more. So again, I'm going to go over the top of that line there, just on that side, and then a little bit along. So where we've put that shadow, I'm going to come in and add some pen there, and a little bit under there. So down here, then along that line, where we've put that shadow, and then a little bit here and here. See, just at the top of that loop. And there. Follow the shadow. And up here. And a bit either side of the loop. Same again. And there. Follow that along. And the side of the loop. And there we go. So it gives that a little bit more of a lift, which is what we're after. Just going to go back round the bubble there. Just give that a little bit of weight. See, maybe even on the edges there. Let's go a bit more in that. So see where it sort of curls off? Just fill it in with a bit of ink there. Okay. Gives it a bit of a difference. Here we go. Let's go out a little bit more. Alright, so there, look at that. Gives us a little bit more 3D, doesn't it? Tile number 350. Now, a couple of things you could do with this. We've already talked about moving this and maybe coming down a bit earlier. You could link them together. But what if you did this one in one colour, and then you could do this here, so you get two versions, or you get double the amount on there. And then of course these could go in different places, so it's quite a nice one to play with really, and have a good go with. So last thing to do, bit of a signature. There we are. And there's number 350 done. 50 more to go to tile 400. I know, it's exciting. So there we go. Just a little heads up, next week we won't be doing Tuesday because I'll be at Hobby Maker, so we'll be doing the tile 351 on Wednesday, but then back to normal of course. So okay, have fun with this one. Have a lovely weekend. If you're heading over this way, I will see you all tomorrow. But other than that, take care everybody, and I will see you soon. Okay, bye.